That was weird. Hello, everybody. Joe, Workbench, and part 5 of the mini tutorial, making a gaming mini thing. So, part 1, we did the skin modifier. Part 2, we talked about how it could be used to build an armature. Part 3, we did some sculpting on the skin modifier to add some details. Part 4, we reposed it. And today, part 5, we are going to accessorize it. But stay tuned, because at the end of this video, we are going to draw from the hat and find out who won the Stab Joe contest on Facebook, which the link is still down there. I should really update that link. I want to make something that's a little bit more general, but for now, we're just going to go with it because we got to accessorize this character. So far we got nice pose, nice character. Maybe we could do a better pose. I wonder if I should rock the hips back a little bit. Anyways, but we're going to accessorize it. Now we're going to start with perhaps the best accessory for cleaning up the YHT overhang problems. And that is a grid. No, that is a cape that we are going to use to make the grid with. So I want to have a grid. A grid modifier, we used it on the lithophane video, if you remember. And it just kind of allows us to make a plane, but with a certain division of points. What happened here? How come you're not posed anymore, guy? What's going on? Huh. That's weird. Let's go back to the armature and see why we suddenly went to... Why did we lose the pose? Oh well, it's back now. That was weird. I have no idea what happened there. But you know what? Sometimes these weird things happen and then they stop happening. So we're going to call that our happy little... We're happy it turned out to be so little. Let's scale this up. So this is going to be our cape. Rotate 90 degrees. Move it up here. And yes, again, we're not making Goro, even though he looks a lot like Goro. So what we are making is a Goro-like character. But yes, Goro never had a cape. Our dude is totally going to have a cape. So let's go into edit mode with this. And let's turn on some proportionally editing. If you've never figured out proportional editing, it's down here. You just click this, and then whenever you edit, you can change how it affects the points around it, and then when you start doing movements like this, you can scroll the mouse wheel up to have it affect more and more and more points. Now, I actually don't think I like that very much. I think I'm going to change it to be a sphere. I think I'm going to change it to be sharp. I actually prefer it that way. So there we go. Looks more like a cape. And then we're just going to quickly... Oh, Lord, Joe, what were you thinking? You forgot to constrain it to the Y. I don't know. I'm sorry. Alright, we're going to rotate this around. I'm going to scale this in. Ooh, I love it. We're almost giving him like a Ming the Merciless collar. I feel like I would be missing an opportunity if I didn't go with that. Oh, I feel like I have to do it now. I don't have a choice. Anytime we have an opportunity to do a Ming the Merciless collar, how can I resist? So there we go. Happy little accident happened right there. And you know, I'm really going to be very happy with it, actually. This is going to be hilarious. Oh, boy. Oh, look at that collar. Oh, it's glorious. I can't believe that just happened. Oh. All right, let's scale this loop in. Oh, that's beautiful. You are beautiful. You know that, right? Oh my goodness. How come my edges aren't here? There we go. Now these are going to go away. I should really... Oh, what the heck. Let's bring them as close together as we can. Oh, this is so beautiful. I can't believe it just happened. Alright, move it in. Oops. Sharp is the wrong one for this one. We want something a little bit more, you know, smooth. Maybe smooth. Okay, we'll bring this into the collar. Oh, this is so much fun here. All of a sudden, I'm just like super excited to be doing this. It's so awesome. Alright, rotating that up and down. I mean, I was excited to do it before. Let's not, you know, let's call it what it is. I was happy to be doing this, but now, oh my goodness. Yeah, we got to get the shoulders up on here. So we'll just kind of grab a whole bunch of points and reduce the amount of work. Now, at this point, what I'm going to do... Oh, that's weird. I don't know why that happened. Did I grab them in this mode? Oh, well. I mean Shift X, not Shift Y. Alright, so now what we're going to do our editing of this... ooh, we need this to go all the way to the ground. Forearm dudes have long geometry. And I'm actually going to grab at least part of these two. And not that part though. Wrap them around our dude. Okay, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go into sculpt mode and I'm going to use the sculpt tools, but I am not turning on dynamic topology like we did before because I'm just kind of, oops, and I'm also turning off mirroring because I'm kind of using the geometry of the cape as it exists already. A little grab tool there. My goal is just to kind of create some cloth-like effects here. So I'm, oops, let's push that in a little bit. So I'm just gonna like make the wrinkles of a cape, you know? There we go, and we're just working fast and loose here. Fast and loose. I normally work much more detailed and I spend more time on it, but not today. Today is fast and loose day. Using lots of the smooth tool to make it nice and pretty. Oh yeah, we wanted to bring this out and have it contact more or less the arms there because that is going to fix our YHT. That's what we're using the cape for, is to kind of hide the fact that we broke the rules of YHT, but now we didn't. We fixed the rules because now we're doing it the way we're supposed to be. Because we're good we're good modelers, and we always remember YHT, and we always remember that we're doing the right thing, and that we're making it so it's printable on home 3D printers, on cheap home 3D printers, because those are the best machines. They're cheap and they're available, and if we design for them, then lots of people can print our stuff and they'll be happy with us and they'll love us or something. I don't know. I don't know where I was going with that. I think I'm actually going to keep it kind of out that direction. Oh, I didn't bring it down far enough. I'm going to have to do that because I always like to add a little twist to my capes. I always like them to be just a little bit like a superhero cape, you know? Just a little. Yeah. Ooh, what's happening here? Stop it. That's not what I wanted to do. Okay, we're going to go back into edit mode. going to grab this point, we're going to rotate it around the Z with proportional editing on, and that'll more or less do what we're trying to do. Now, let's see. Yeah, I got to bring that whole thing down a little bit. Bring that whole thing up just a little bit. Now, I could keep fiddling with this. I'm going to stop now. I will fiddle with it afterwards instead. Now, there's two things that you can do with the cape. You can either take it and apply the solidify modifier. Now, remember always to hit Control A and apply your scale, at least. Rotation as well, if you like. And then, that way, whatever you set the thickness to will be the thickness. And 2 millimeters is a good thickness for 3D printing. It's a little bit crazy for his neck here, so maybe I'll bring this down to 1 millimeter. Ooh, we don't like 1 millimeter. We like 1.6 millimeters, which is practically 2. And so if you do it like this, you got to make sure that you don't have really tight folds. You got to make sure that the geometry works out the way that you want. This could work, and I might do it for this case. The other option is you, instead of solidify modifier, you manually use the face modifier to add the geometry. And which one you choose just kind of depends on the situation. I think in this case, I actually want to use the solidify modifier on the cape. I think I'm going to do that. Okay, now he's still naked around the waist section, so we're going to fix that. We're going to add a cylinder. Where's our? Oh, did I move my? Darn it, Joe. Let's put that center point back where it is. That 3D cursor back where it is. We're going to add a cylinder. And we're going to go into edit mode, remove the top and bottom faces. Just the faces though, we want all the points in between. And I probably should have added more geometry to this part, but I didn't. So I just scaled it up in everything but the Z. I'm moving it up. It's going to be on his hips. It's about where I want it. And then what we're going to do is we're going to add a couple of modifiers. Shrink wrap it to, ooh, this could be tricky. See, if we shrink wrap it to the skin, every point goes to its closest point. See what's happening here is it's going to the closest points, which are the or closest surface or point, and those were closer to his hand, so they zip to that. So we're going to go like that. We're going to just kind of try and you know, bring it a little bit closer to where we want it. Okay. Oh yeah, since we're doing it, we can't change the view of it. That's all right. Let's see how that worked. Okay, that worked okay. Then we're going to add I think I'm going to add a subdivision surface modifier just to add a little bit more geometry to it. And then we're going to solidify this. Making sure again to apply the scale so that we can say, let's just collapse these down, that we want our thickness to be 2 millimeters in the 1. Actually, we'll just do that to 0, so it's 1 millimeter out and 1 millimeter in. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to move the subdivision surface modifier below the solidify modifier. Why did I move it up then? Come on, Joe. Down. There we go. And it turns it into a belt. So we're going to increase the crease of this, 2.5, inner and outer. I suppose we don't need to worry about inner because we can't really see it. We're going to reduce the thickness of this down to 1, so it's just 0.5 millimeter out. Just gives the suggestion of a belt. Yeah, I like that. Everybody, Joe here at not the workbench, the other place where I sometimes do a bunch of work from. This video is running a little bit long, so let's cut it here. Next week we'll finish with the rest of the techniques, the polishing up, and getting it out and ready for you guys to go. But this week I promised you guys a name from the hat. So let's find out who gets to decide what the next mini project is that I'll be doing in a future video. So randomly choosing a name from the hat. Not that one. Not that one. I didn't look at them, I promise. Here we go. Here's our random choice. It is interesting.
Terang Hadakar, who says, I'd like to have that you can't read that, so never mind. I'd like to have a cyclist or a car model. Racing are piling up on my shelf, and they'd be cool with minis. So, Terang, I will be in contact with you. Thank you to everybody who participated in the Stab Joe contest. My next Stab Joe contest will be probably not on Facebook, considering the not huge response that this one had. But thank you all for watching, and I hope that you guys will... Well, remember to... Where'd Simon go? Simon! Oh, I'll have to go find Simon later. Simon was on the previous area, and you could click on him. He's there to remind you to like, subscribe, share, and enjoy. Thank you all for watching.